It is the.
Did we leave the one to Springfield?
Justin thinks you're serious right now. He's wondering. He got nervous this morning when he tried to find the jack stands.
Yeah, well, the Eclipse has got him messed up all day long, I'll tell you.
He had his own place. This is the Monday. What are we gonna call it?
Post
Monday
race.
Monday race review. Had a pretty good weekend. We finished, so that's probably the most important part of this deal. Thanks Fast Fuel System, Larry Jewelers, and Team Construction. We had a pretty solid weekend. We changed everything on the race car that we pretty much could. I think we ended up like 8 rounds up on the track bar, changed 2 springs and a sway bar before qualifying. Just everything we could to get the car to rotate in the middle. Track took rubber all day long, never come apart. Bob did a pretty nice job keeping the track that way. It just wasn't what I was prepared to do or prepared for. And then we started from the tail, slowly worked our way up to 9th, ended up there, but just attrition is pretty much what did that. But other than that, is a pretty good weekend.
Okay, that was good. Pretty good weekend. It's just terrible. I mean, everything worked out well, and yes, we did finish the race. And it was a much needed finish that we haven't had. You know, we put a lot of new parts in the car, and we just struggled with this race car. And, you know, we can blame it on a number of things, but realistically, we wore our guys out. We busted their ass all day long, and they changed and changed and changed. And we found some things that were tore up on it, and a lot of that goes back to where if you don't race every weekend and you pull a race car out, and realistically, I think this is the first time this car's actually really raced.
I mean, it made 100 laps at Salem and blew up.
Yeah, I mean, but this is the first time it's had an Ilmore in it all year long, and the first time it's ever actually went to race a real race with it.
It's the first race we finished since Talladega last year. Really, I mean, you can count second Pocono, but I mean, we were pretty terrible there too.
But I mean, that's the time we get to race, and then you get there and we have things go bad that, you know, we just not. You got to go race all the time to get better, and that's what we have to do. And I'm not going to tell you we'll be better at the coin, but I'll tell you we'll be different at the coin anyway. So, you know, but man, if you guys got to watch the race on TV, a really tough race for a lot of the back markers. I mean, they had a horrendous wreck there going into 3. It tore up a lot of our guys that run back there, and you know, thank goodness that they weren't hurt. It turned out well for them, but it's going to be really tough for some of them guys to get back. You know, Mike Basham got his thing tore up a little bit toward the end of the race, and we hated to see that for Mike. You know, thank goodness for Mike's got his CDLs, and Mike's be driving our truck this week. We go to Road America, so that's a good thing. Cause I didn't want to see him get hurt.
I hope the truck don't get loose on the way to Road America.
Yeah. We'll make sure it's tight, Mike. We'll put plenty of crossways in it for Road America, so when you go through Chicago, it don't get loose on you going through one of those toll booths. So
that's bad. That's bad.
But all in all, a good weekend. You know, and I think that we're going to continue to show improvements as the season, you know, tails off to the end here. So yeah, exciting weekend. A long night last night coming home because Will got to sleep all the way home, and
I didn't sleep all the way home. I drove to the beef house.
He drove to get something to eat, and he went to sleep. So.
I drove the first 3 hours of a 4.5 hour trip.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. But other than that, everything went really well. Looking forward to Ricky Sanders this week at Road America. It's a 25-lap race. That sounds like it's a really short race, but it's a 4-mile road course. So it's you know, in all reality, it's 100 laps. So I'm sorry, 100 miles. So we will take Ricky up there. We're not going to go with a composite car or an Ilmore. We're going to go a steel car and a old D-headed Roush Yates motor, basically to outlast some cars and make some laps, and just basically finish the race. So Ricky wants to make laps because he does a lot of that. What's the road racing that he does?
Trans Am stuff.
Trans Am stuff, and get laps for his Trans Am stuff. So that's our plan right now.
We just need that. We need this race basically for points and beating the teams we need to beat right now, coming down to the end of the season. We're racing all the races, of course, but we just haven't had the finishes that we need. But back to Springfield, we gotta finish those races like that to build off that at the same time. I mean, we're not gonna go right out with the way the series is in the top 5 and 6 cars the way they are. We're not gonna go right out and be super competitive with them. I'm actually talking to you.
Oh, okay. I struggle with that part. I really do. I understand. I know exactly what he's saying because Kevin Reed and I actually talked about that some last year when Kevin and them were hitting and missing. And, you know, and I told him the same thing. If you're there every weekend, you're going to get better and you're going to become more competitive. And that's exactly what, you know, we need to do. It just seems that whenever it happens to you, you think, I don't have to do that. I'm good enough to get there and be competitive. And we just got to do it. We just got to pick our program up, and when we leave here, we just got to make our stuff better and have things in a row when we get there to make changes to where we don't have to scrape and scrounge and say, oh, let's go do this or let's do that. We need to have a plan, but it kind of bit us this weekend, and we won't let that happen to us again. We'll be better off at the point.
Elmore ran good.
Elmore ran excellent. No motor issues all day long.
Low down, radiator, 185, 190 degrees on the dirt and about 90, 95 degrees with no fan under green. So that was a
big
plus because usually I have to watch that
and
pretty steadily.
That comes down to where you start getting pieces in your, you know, on your race car that you haven't had in the past. Oh, geez. Somebody's got to tell him. Justin, the eclipse happened a few hours ago. It was outside. It was not inside of here. Now he's got his glasses on. I'll tell you what.
This might be part of our problem.
Yeah. But Justin, maybe Justin was doing some of the spotting yesterday.
Justin, you wear them when you go out and pick your girls up?
No wonder we're missing half the stuff in the trailer when we get to the race track.
That's where the window went.
That's where the window went? That was good, buddy. That was really good. So I don't know where I was at, but bigger things, well, the parts, the radiator, you know, the engine.
Strange hooked us up with some axles,
some new axles, some new drive plates, things like that.
That could have been why it's hooked up so tight.
Yeah, I think it had a lot to do with it. I'll call back and explain to that. But you know, when you get people like Joe Laramie that comes on board, Fast Fuel, Team Construction, they've allowed us to buy a few things that we haven't been able to buy in the last 4 or 5 years, and now we've got to take advantage of it. And we did take advantage. We didn't break parts, and we finished the race. Now we got to take advantage of it, pick our speed up, and that's what we've got to do next.
For those of you who don't know, it was really, the car was tight. It was actually squalling the tires through the center of the turn, almost to mid-exit of the corner. So had a lot of wheel in it. I actually could not get the car to rotate under gas, hardly at all, and that's why we ended up so many rounds up on the track bar, and the right rear was actually totally full of rubbers. You cannot get another rubber in the right rear right now. So did we go up another half-inch of stagger or so at the end of the race?
Yeah,
something like that?
Yes, and you actually burnt the tire off at that point. So.
Yeah, and that was what, 15-lap run maybe?
15 to 20 lap run, yes.
Yeah, and the tire was blistered, so.
So that's $300 you owe us. You tore our tires up. We probably won't get that. His mom doesn't pay very well either, so that's not a good deal.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Another question and answer deal. Yep. I don't know if you know, Christine, we had probably 15 more questions left over from last week, so.
10 of them were for the same guy, weren't they? Comments.
Could have been. But we will go over that some, and we'll get another date on that here within the next month. We'll do that again. We've had some people actually ask from the ARCA series about it, that follow through on that enjoyed that. So you guys might want to start thinking about that a little bit. We'll do that in the future. Again, Dad is Grand Marshal at Salem. We're going to talk a little bit about that in the next week or so coming up.
Are we going to do that paint scheme that we talked about?
Well, we're going to do something different. We're not going to say what it is, but we'll do something different.
I know I'm not going to say what it is, but are we talking about the one I'm thinking of?
We probably will do something, yes.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. So it's going to be one of the cars that you all may or may not recognize. If you recognize it, that means you're probably pretty old. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty neat. Still be 69 in red and stuff, but it's a little different.
It's what Salem's doing, so that you know. Salem, the fall race is becoming the ARCA throwback weekend. So, and actually, even the night of the race, anybody that's got a throwback scheme on their car, the crowd is going to be asked to vote on through applause on the winning car. So that means we would like our fans to be up there to make sure that we kind of dominate something anyway at Salem. It would be nice. but we're going to do something a little bit different. It's a car that Dad ran back in the 70s. And one of his last ARCA cars he ran a few times. It's a little bit different paint scheme, so I think that's what we're going to go with. And
Probably safe to leave it to that.
yeah, we'll just leave it there, and we'll unveil it and let you guys take a look at it before we go up there. We'll do that. We'll say that. But other than that, I'm pretty good. Again, we got Ricky this weekend. Will's back at DeCoin. Will's at Salem. Nick at Chicago. Nick at Kentucky. And Nick again is going to finish up at Kansas.
And Kevin.
With Kevin Hinkle as well.
Yeah.
So stay in touch. We appreciate all the support because I promise you it's helping us. And with that being said, there might be some announcements for 2018 because of you guys watching us, and we certainly appreciate that.
Any openings on the car for DeCoin or Salem?
Can't say just at this point. Absolutely always have openings on the car, but we've got some really neat things working right now, yes.
So just stay tuned. That's about it. If I got the road course car ready. Other than that, we're good. So appreciate you guys. And what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do a video or anything before we leave for Road America? Probably so. Okay. Christina says maybe. No, what?
Thursday.
Sure. Thursday now. All right. See y'all.
Thank you, guys.